Hello Cancer, welcome to your reading from the 18th of September until the 18th of October. I have already pre-shuffled the deck, but let's jump straight into your reading for this next month. Alright, so I'm just splitting the deck and we'll lay out the spread for you. Perfect. Alright, we have some pretty big cards already. Thank you, Spirit. Amazing. All right, so let's take a look. You've got a couple of aces down here, so I think, yeah, there's definitely some new beginnings or some changes coming up for you. So let's dive straight in and see exactly where this month is going. So in the heart of your spread, you have the star. Now the star represents like you kind of guide into your North Star. I also see the star particularly here on this card, similarly to the Temperance, where you're creating this beautiful flow of water. So you're definitely creating a balance. You're aiming for what it is that you truly want to aim for, and whether this is connection to yourself, whether this is connection to the work or community that you are in. There's definitely a lot of significance in that. In the path crossing you, you have the Ace of Wands. I'm feeling something, obviously you have this like little baby in the pod here. There's something quite youthful about this. I don't know whether this is more aiming towards your inner child, and this is prohibiting you from being in that star energy, in that star position. Now, in the Ace of Wands crossing you, would lead me to believe that there's definitely a passion that you really want to dive down and create, but I don't know if self-doubt is now starting to kind of enter the picture in this moment, and this is where it's causing you to step out of that star energy. Ace of Wands represents like creation, it's passionate, it's excitement, it's the start of something new. It could definitely be a birth or represent the birth of something, because you do have the baby here, but also the Ace of Wands. It's something new, it's something passionate, it's something that you really care about. I feel that this is more starting to have doubt. You're now starting to have doubt set in to what it is that you truly want to achieve and want to accomplish here. In your recent past, you have the Sun card. Now, the Sun card is definitely the most optimistic and most beautiful and brightest card in the tarot. To have this in your recent past is beautiful. I'm so happy that you are experiencing this, and now you are moving into that star energy. So I feel like you've needed to have this beautiful, optimistic time, and realizing your true power, your true potential, and what it is that you truly embody, to then have the confidence to step into what it is that you truly want to create and what you want to make. I have the cat here just trying to make a bed next to me, so that's probably what you can hear. She's like meowing. Moving forward in your near future, you have the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands represents conflict. It could be like inner demons, if there's some dilemmas or discussions or debates, heated debates possibly, or little arguments, quarrels with others. I feel that this is more ranged from the confusion that you're feeling at the moment, which is then leading you into the Five of Wands position. I truly believe that when you stop doubting yourself and jump into what it is that you truly believe and truly want to create, focus on this, and that's going to prevent you from heading into the Five of Wands energy. Now, in the crown position, we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands represents, like a debate or seeing the world as you saw it, and maybe looking onto the horizon and seeing like the grass is greener. There's a choice that you've needed to make, or you're starting to incubate. Is not quite the word. but that's what's coming to my head. You're starting to now create what it is that you truly believe in and what you truly want. But you started making a decision of that. Now this is where your head really is at. How do I improve my future? What is it that I truly want to create for my future? And how can I make this happen today? At the end of the day, time is now. In your subconscious or soul position, we have the Five of Pentacles. Now the Five of Pentacles is the card of like feeling left out in the cold. You're feeling a bit isolated about something. I'd love to pull a clarifying card to delve into which area or aspect this energy is. And we have the Emperor. Is this somebody in your life that you're feeling? Is your Emperor essentially your true trusted person? Doesn't always have to be male. It could be somebody that embodies this energy. The Emperor embodies the energy of an independent, authoritative figure, very charming, very noble, very honest, and a character that kind of embodies all of those qualities. Are you feeling a bit isolated by them, or do you feel a bit isolated by them? Really interesting. I'm just looking to see if there's any other symbols that stand out to me. No, because the Emperor represents number 4 as well. I like to see, within the cards you've got numerology. So you've got a couple of 5s down here, which represent change. Change of, could be change of opinion, change of circumstance. So that's why I like to look at it as well during a spread. In the advice position, we have Temperance. Remember I said that the star kind of reminds me of the Temperance energy. So you've got that beautiful flow of water here. So Temperance would lead me to believe that when you focus on yourself, what it is that truly harmonizes you and gives you peace and gives you your tranquility and area to heal, when you can truly calm yourself and focus on that, this is where your true growth and abilities will come from. I just love how angelic this character is as well, but you can see that she's got her foot on land and in the water, which represents the ability to be in all worlds at the same time, so but also to create that balance between the earth and water. In the external influence, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Now the Ten of Pentacles represents like family values, your not so much inheritance, but we'll just stick with family. Your family, basically, aspects around it. This is something that you truly hold on to, and especially as a Cancer sign, you tend to have, to need your own space or that quiet space, but also to have that emotional connection with people, but to a less superficial level. You like to have a deep, meaningful connections with people, and I really do see that here, where you're just taking your time, playing the game of life. We've got the game of chess here as well. But where you're able to implement strategy and kind of build something over a long time. And I really do believe that this is ultimately going to lead to your true happiness. In the hopes and fears, we have the Four of Pentacles. Are you a bit worried about finances? Are you feeling maybe a bit spent out at the moment? Are you feeling like there's not much income? Do you need to try and preserve that energy? Are you trying to preserve something at this moment? Because you're feeling a bit defensive about whether it's finances, whether it's work, maybe you're worried about the winter. This can bring you to a negative energy, and I'm just letting you know, just as a tarot reader, to let you have this message. Try to not worry so much, because honestly, money always comes around. Obviously, you don't spend thousands, if you don't have it. But just be mindful of not being too defensive, and just, do what you can. Now, in your final outcome, you have the Ace of Swords. Now, the Ace of Swords, did I just say that weird? The Ace of Swords really does represents that, you know, you've got 2 ones here. It really does represent that you are onto something new. You're creating something, you've got a new idea, a bright idea. This is something that you really want to drive and achieve. And I think you definitely have all those possibilities to do that. Just try and ground yourself and keep yourself as balanced as possible in the process. I honestly think that this is such a beautiful energy, but I really feel that you are super passionate about this. The grip on this sword is you know, firm. It's a firm grip on the sword. So, you know, it's something that you truly care about. You're not swinging the sword around. It's not defensive or anything. It's more of a protection, but also you're protecting your ideas and your logic and your thoughts at this moment. So it's definitely something that you want and can achieve. And you've got this beautiful, glorious crown highlighted here as well. You can become the royalty of your kingdom. I think this is super powerful. This is absolutely amazing. Whatever you are heading into, whatever big ideas that you have, let me know how this reading was for you. I would love if you could like, share, or subscribe to this channel, please. That would be super wonderful. Thank you so much for staying here until the end, and I will see you very soon.